Welcome students. Today we are going to read lesson 9, The North Ship by Philip Larkin. Before we read the text, let's know about the poet. Philip Arthur Larkin was a renowned English poet and novelist. In 1955, Larkin became university librarian at the University of Hull, and he held that post until his death. He died in 1985 at the age of 63. The present text was included in his first book of poetry entitled The North Ship, published in 1945. This poem describes the journey of three ships that head to different destinations. While two ships return, one continues its journey towards the north, overcoming all the obstacles. What does the journey of this third ship symbolize? That is what we are going to learn from this lesson. Let's now read the poem, The North Ship. I saw three ships go sailing by, over the sea, the lifting sea, and the wind rose in the morning sky, and one was rigged for a long journey. In this first stanza, the poet says that he saw three ships making a journey on the sea. The sea is called lifting sea because there were high waves on the sea. It was morning and strong wind started blowing. Still, one of the ships was equipped for a long journey. Rigged means equipped for a long journey or prepared for a long journey. So, the poet saw the three ships and one of them was rigged for a long journey. অর্থাৎ ফার্স্ট স্ট্যান্জাতে কবি কি বলছেন? তিনি বলতে চেয়েছেন যে তিনি দেখেছিলেন তিনটি জাহাজ সমুদ্রে যাত্রা করেছিল। সেই সময় সমুদ্রে বড় ঢেউ ছিল। সময়টা ছিল সকালবেলা এবং সমুদ্রে ঝড় উঠেছিল। তিনটি জাহাজের মধ্যে একটি জাহাজ প্রতিকূলতার মধ্যেও দীর্ঘ পথ যেতে তৈরি ছিল। আর তাই কবি বলেছেন, and one was rigged for a long journey. So when did the ships start their journey? In the morning. And how was the weather? There was strong wind. But still, one ship was equipped for a long journey. Let's now read the second stanza. The first ship turned towards the west, over the sea, the running sea, and by the wind was all possessed and carried to a rich country. So the first ship moved towards the west. The wind or the tempest took control over the ship, and it was taken to a rich country. So the first ship could not reach its destination. Rather, it deviated from its path and went to a prosperous land, went to a different country. অর্থাৎ প্রথম জাহাজটি গিয়েছিল পশ্চিম দিকে, অশান্ত সমুদ্রের উপর দিয়ে বা এক দুরন্ত সমুদ্রের উপর দিয়ে। সমুদ্রঝড় তাকে ঘিরে ধরল, অর্থাৎ তার উপর নিয়ন্ত্রণ নিল। ইট ওয়াজ অল পজেসড বাই দ্য উইন্ড। আর সেই ঝড় তাকে নিয়ে গেল এক সমৃদ্ধ দেশের দিকে। So the first ship turned towards the west, but it could not go to its destination. It went elsewhere. It went to a rich country. Let's now read the third stanza. The second ship turned towards the east, over the sea, the quaking sea, and the wind hunted it like a beast to anchor in captivity. অর্থাৎ the second ship moved towards the east, over the quaking sea. Quaking sea means the sea was stirring because of high waves and current. The wind was chasing the ship like a wild animal chases its victim. So the ship was forced to anchor in captivity on a safe place. It was captured by the wind, and hence the second ship could not continue its journey. It was forced to anchor in captivity. অর্থাৎ দ্বিতীয় জাহাজটি পূর্ব দিকে গিয়েছিল। যেভাবে একটি বন্য জন্তু তার শিকারদেরকে তাড়া করে, ঠিক সেইভাবে সমুদ্রঝড় জাহাজটিকে তাড়া করছিল। অর্থাৎ জাহাজের নাবিকরা প্রবল সমুদ্রঝড়কে আসতে দেখেছিল, তাই একটি নিরাপদ স্থানে জাহাজটি নোঙর ফেলতে বাধ্য হয়েছিল। অর্থাৎ ঝড়ের কবলে সেই জাহাজটি বন্দী হয়ে পড়েছিল। আর তাই কবি বলেছেন, and the wind hunted it like a beast to anchor in captivity. অর্থাৎ সেই ঝড় জাহাজটিকে বন্দী করে নিয়েছিল। জাহাজটি একটি অন্য স্থানে, একটি নিরাপদ স্থানে গিয়ে নোঙর ফেলতে বাধ্য হয়েছিল। সে কিন্তু তার যাত্রা সম্পূর্ণ করতে পারেনি। Let's now read the fourth stanza. The third ship drove towards the north, over the sea, the darkening sea. But no breath of wind came forth, and the decks shone frostily. That means the third ship went towards the north. The sea was darkening, perhaps because of the cloudy sky and also because of the depth of the sea. However, the tempest or the strong wind was not there. The poet says, but no breath of wind came forth. There was no tempest there. On the other hand, the frost covered the deck or the wooden board of the ship. So the poet says, and the decks shone frostily. This suggests that the ship was traveling in a chilled condition. It was bitterly cold out there. The third ship went forward towards the north in spite of this freezing temperature. অর্থাৎ তৃতীয় জাহাজটি উত্তর দিকে গিয়েছিল, আকাশ মেঘাচ্ছন্ন ছিল, আর তাই চারপাশে সমুদ্র অন্ধকার হয়ে গিয়েছিল। অবশ্য বাতাসের কোনো নিঃশ্বাস সেখানে পৌঁছায়নি, অর্থাৎ দমকা বাতাসের ঝাপটা সেই জাহাজের কাছে আসেনি। দ্য টেম্পেস্ট ওয়াজ নট দেয়ার। কবি বলেছেন, নো ব্রেথ অফ উইন্ড কেম ফোর্থ। তবে জাহাজের ডেক অর্থাৎ কাঠের যে পাটাতন, সেটা শিশির জমে বরফে ঢেকে গিয়েছিল আর চকচক করছিল। ফ্রস্ট বা বরফের উল্লেখ আমাদের মনে করিয়ে দেয় যে জাহাজটি উত্তর মেরুর দিকে গিয়েছিল, যেখানে আবহাওয়া অত্যন্ত ঠান্ডা। তবুও এসব কিছু উপেক্ষা করে তৃতীয় জাহাজটি কিন্তু তার যাত্রাপথে অগ্রসর হচ্ছিল। The third ship drove towards the north over the sea, the darkening sea. The last two stanzas of the poem describes the journey of this north ship. That means the third ship. Let's read the fifth stanza. The northern sky rose high and black over the proud, unfruitful sea. East and west the ships came back, happily or unhappily. So in the fifth stanza, the poet says that the sky at the north side of the sea was high and it became dark. That means the sky became cloudy. This has a reference to the expression darkening sea in the fourth stanza. The deep sea became darkened because of the overcast sky. Beneath the dark sky was the proud sea that kept on roaring. It was the unfruitful sea that only produced waves and nothing else. Why has the sea been referred to as proud and unfruitful? We shall discuss it later. Let's continue reading the fifth stanza for now. East and west the ships came back, happily or unhappily. The first and the second ships came back happily or unhappily. It seems that the people of the first ship that went to a rich country were happy, and the people on board the second ship that was forced to drop anchor in captivity were unhappy. অর্থাৎ প্রথম জাহাজ যেটা একটা সমৃদ্ধ দেশে গিয়ে পৌঁছেছিল, সেই জাহাজের নাবিকরা হয়তো খুশি মনে ফিরে এসেছিল, আর যেই জাহাজটা মাঝপথ থেকেই ফিরে এসেছিল সেই জাহাজের নাবিকরা অখুশি হয়ে ফিরে এসেছিল। Note the use of the word or in the last line of the 5th stanza. The words happily and unhappily are obviously antonyms. They are joined together with the conjunction or, because the focus of the poet is not on the feelings of the sailors but on the verb came back. The poet wants to say that those two ships came back without completing their journey. সুতরাং 5th স্ট্যান্জাতে কবি বলেছেন, উত্তরের আকাশ ছিল উঁচু এবং কালো, আর সমুদ্র ছিল গর্বিত ও নিষ্ফলা। তার উপর দিয়েই এই তৃতীয় জাহাজটি তার গন্তব্যের দিকে এগিয়ে চলছিল অবিচলভাবে। অন্যদিকে পূর্ব এবং পশ্চিমের জাহাজগুলি ফিরে এসেছিল সুখী কিংবা অসুখীভাবে। দে কেম ব্যাক হ্যাপিলি অর আনহ্যাপিলি। প্রাথমিকভাবে আমরা বলতে পারি যে জাহাজটি গিয়ে পৌঁছেছিল এক সমৃদ্ধ দেশে, অর্থাৎ প্রথম জাহাজটি, সেটি ছিল খুশি, আর যে জাহাজটি মাঝপথেই নোঙর ফেলতে বাধ্য হয়েছিল সেটি ছিল অখুশি। আবার এর অন্যরকম ব্যাখ্যাও দেওয়া যেতে পারে। কিরকম? সমৃদ্ধ দেশে পৌঁছে সবাই যে খুশি বা সুখী হয়ে ফিরে এসেছিল তা নাও হতে পারে। কিভাবে? মনে করো এই সামার ভ্যাকেশনে তোমাদের কাশ্মীর বেড়াতে যাওয়ার কথা ছিল, কিন্তু পরিবর্তিত পরিস্থিতিতে তোমরা কাশ্মীর যেতে পারলে না। তার বদলে হয়তো কাছাকাছি অন্য কোথাও যেতে হলো। ধরো দার্জিলিং পৌঁছে গেলে। সেখানে পৌঁছে তোমরা সবাই যে খুশি হবে তা নাও হতে পারে, কারণ তোমাদের দলের কেউ হয়তো আগেই সেখানে গিয়েছিল, আবার কেউ মনে মনে কাশ্মীরকে গন্তব্য হিসেবে ভেবে রাখার জন্য অন্য জায়গায় গিয়ে খুশি হলো না। অর্থাৎ যাবে ভেবেছিল এক জায়গায়, চলে গেল আরেক জায়গায়। ফলে গন্তব্যে না পৌঁছাতে পারার কারণে কেউ অখুশি হতেই পারে। সুতরাং নিজের গন্তব্যে না পৌঁছে প্রথম জাহাজটি ফিরে আসায় তার সব নাবিকই যে খুশি হয়েছিল তা বলা যায় না। আবার সমৃদ্ধ দেশে পৌঁছে কেউ কেউ অবশ্যই খুশি হয়েছিল। অন্যদিকে দ্বিতীয় জাহাজটি তার যাত্রা সম্পূর্ণ না করে ফিরে এসেছিল। সেই জাহাজে সবাই যে অসুখীভাবে ফিরেছিল সেটাও বলা যায় না। কেন? কারণ ধরো সেই জাহাজে এমন কেউ থাকতে পারে যে বাধ্য হয়েই যাত্রা করেছিল, তার যাওয়ার তেমন ইচ্ছা ছিল না। এখন মাঝপথ থেকে ফিরে আসতে পারায় সে কি খুব অখুশি হবে? হবে না নিশ্চয়ই। সুতরাং এ কথা দৃঢ়ভাবে বলা যায় না যে পশ্চিমের জাহাজটি খুব খুশি আর পূর্বের জাহাজটি খুব অসুখীভাবে ফিরে এসেছিল। There may be differences in the feelings of the sailors who had to come back without reaching their destination. আসলে এই স্ট্যান্জার লাস্ট দুটো লাইনে কবি কেম ব্যাক অর্থাৎ ফিরে এসেছিল এই ক্রিয়াপদটির উপর জোর দিতে চেয়েছেন। তিনি মূলত বলতে চেয়েছেন যে অন্য দুটি জাহাজ ফিরে এলেও তৃতীয় জাহাজটি কিন্তু তার লক্ষ্যে অবিচল ছিল। সেটাই আমরা জানব লাস্ট স্ট্যান্জাতে। Let's read the last stanza. But the third went wide and far into an unforgiving sea under a fire-spilling star, and it was rigged for a long journey. That means the third ship moved forward into an unforgiving sea. The sea is referred to as unforgiving because the vast and violent sea does not forgive any mistake. No sailor can afford to make a mistake on the deep sea. On this unforgiving sea, the third ship pressed forward. An unusual light was coming from the star. The poet says, under a fire-spilling star. The expression fire-spilling star suggests that the star was radiating the light like fire, or it was as if spitting fire, অর্থাৎ আগুন ঝরানো তারা, fire-spilling star. This fire-spilling star is an indication of danger. Amidst this unfriendly natural condition, the north ship moved forward as it was rigged for a long journey. It was equipped for a long journey. সুতরাং এই লাস্ট স্ট্যান্জায় আমরা জানলাম যে সকল প্রতিকূলতা সত্ত্বেও তৃতীয় জাহাজটি কিন্তু সামনের দিকে চলতে থাকলো ক্ষমাহীন সমুদ্রে, আনফরগিভিং সি। পরিস্থিতি ছিল বিপদসংকুল, এমনকি তারাও অস্বাভাবিক আলো দিচ্ছিল, কিন্তু তা সত্ত্বেও জাহাজটি প্রস্তুত ছিল এক দীর্ঘ পথ অতিক্রম করার জন্য। It was rigged for a long journey. So, we have read all the 6 stanzas of this poem. Let's now sum up the theme of the poem. First stanza. I saw 3 ships go sailing by, over the sea, the lifting sea, and the wind rose in the morning sky, and one was rigged for a long journey. The poet saw 3 ships making a journey on the sea. It was a lifting sea, that is, waves rose on the sea. There were high waves because of strong wind. It was morning and strong wind was blowing. As a result, the sea was full of high waves. আর তাই কবি বলেছেন the lifting sea. Still, one of the ships was prepared to move a long distance. It was equipped for a long journey on the sea. The 3 ships sailed towards different directions. The second stanza describes the journey of the first ship. The third stanza describes the journey of the second ship. And the last 3 stanzas depict the journey of the third ship, that is, the north ship. The second stanza. The first ship turned towards the west, over the sea, the running sea, and by the wind was all possessed and carried to a rich country. That means the first ship sailed towards the west. It was a running sea. As the wind was blowing fast, the current on the sea was high, so it is called a running sea. The strong wind or the tempest took control over the ship. As a result, the ship was carried to a rich country. So, the first ship could not reach its destination because of the obstacle posed by the tempest. It deviated from its route and was forced to anchor on a prosperous land. Third stanza. The second ship turned towards the east, over the sea, the quaking sea, and the wind hunted it like a beast to anchor in captivity. So the second ship moved towards the east. It sailed towards the east. It sailed over the quaking sea. The sea was stirring, quaking because of high waves. Why were there high waves? Obviously, because of the tempest or because of strong wind. This strong wind was chasing the ship like a beast. As a wild animal chases its prey during hunting, the tempest was running after the ship. So, the inclement weather put the ship and its sailors to test. The ship was forced to drop anchor in captivity on a safe place. Like the first ship, the second ship too could not reach its destination. Rather, it halted on its way as it could not face the challenges posed by the tempest. It could not complete its journey. Fourth stanza. The third ship drove towards the north, over the sea, the darkening sea. But no breath of wind came forth, and the decks shone frostily. The third ship moved towards the north. It sailed towards the north. It sailed over the darkening sea. The deep sea has been referred to as darkening sea, perhaps because the sky was cloudy and everything became dark. However, the sea also becomes darkened when the darkness of night engulfs the surrounding. The sea also looks dark when it is very deep. The strong wind was not there. As the ship sailed towards the north, the temperature dropped down and frost covered the deck of the ship. Fifth stanza. The northern sky rose high and black over the proud, unfruitful sea. East and west the ships came back, happily or unhappily. So the northern sky was becoming cloudy. The sea kept roaring and producing waves. Hence it is called proud. The sea is called proud because it goes on roaring. And it is called unfruitful because the sea produces nothing but waves. The first ship that went towards the west and the second ship that sailed towards the east came back. The feelings of the people on board these ships may be one of happiness or sadness. Now the sixth stanza. But the third went wide and far into an unforgiving sea under a fire-spilling star, and it was rigged for a long journey. So the third ship moved forward towards its destination. The weather was unfavorable. Still, the third ship sailed wide and far into an unforgiving sea. The sea is called unforgiving because the violent sea does not forgive any lapses. The sailor cannot afford to make any mistake on the deep sea. There was an unfriendly natural condition. Even the star was radiating an unusual light. The fire-spilling star is a symbol indicating that danger was lurking everywhere. But the third ship kept on sailing as it was determined to accomplish a long journey. The poet says in the last line, it was rigged for a long journey. Now let's discuss the substance of the poem in brief. The poem describes the journey of three ships that sailed towards different directions. The first ship moved towards the west. The second ship sailed towards the east. Both these two ships faced perils of the sea and could not continue their journey. The third ship headed towards the north. The sea was getting dark and the sky was becoming cloudy. It faced challenges from an unfavorable weather. While the first two ships came back, the third ship fought the obstacles and pressed forward towards its destination. That is what the poem tells us. Now, what is the symbolic significance of this poem? The poem The North Ship is about the journey of life. Human life, like a voyage, is full of problems and obstacles. This is suggested by the tempest or the rough weather. The first two ships represent those people who become afraid at the sight of problems. They cannot go far in life as they, with their relatively weak spirit, are unable to face and overcome the hurdles in life. But to succeed in life, one has to move forward, overcoming all the obstacles. This is suggested by the third ship with its ever-forward journey. So, the third ship is a symbol of aspiration that overcomes all obstacles in life. You may write down the substance and the symbolic significance of the poem. This will help you to understand the poem better. A few more key points. Both the first ship and the second ship could not accomplish their journey. In the 5th stanza of the poem, the poet says, "East and west the ships came back, happily or unhappily." This suggests that both the east and the west ships came back, though with different moods. Some of the people on board the ships were happy to return, while some were unhappy. It seems that the ship of the west was happy after traveling to a rich country, but the ship of the east was unhappy as its journey was limited, was restricted by the tempest that hunted it like a beast. So, the first ship stands for those people who are happy with whatever they get in life, while the second ship stands for those who face problems in life and become sufferer due to difficult circumstances. The third ship, however, represents those who are ready to face the obstacles in life with iron determination and march ahead to achieve their goal. Now, a few questions. Answer the questions in about 15 words. How many ships started sailing? When did the poet see the ships go sailing by? How was the weather when the ships started sailing? When did the wind rise? Which ship was rigged for a long journey? In which direction did the first ship turn? By whom was the first ship possessed? Where did the wind carry the first ship? In which direction did the second ship turn? How did the wind hunt the second ship? Why did the second ship drop anchor? In which direction did the third ship turn? How did the decks shine? Where did the northern sky rise high and black? How did the east and the west ship come back? What does the poet mean by a fire-spilling star? What does the word rigged mean here? Why did the north ship go wide and far? Try to answer these questions, but before that, read the poem again and again for better understanding. Now, a few more questions. Answer the following questions in about 25 words. What does the journey of the third ship suggest? What is meant by the expression, the running sea? What does the poet mean by lifting sea? What does the expression, the quaking sea mean? What does the poet mean by darkening sea? What did the wind do to the second ship? What happened to the first ship? How was the sea for the first ship and the second ship? Which adjectives are used by the poet to describe the sea for the third ship? Give any 2 points of difference between the journey of the third ship and the other 2 ships. Why has the sea been called proud and unfruitful? Where were the ships going? What did the fire spilling star indicate? What do the three ships stand for? What message does this poem give us? Give an example of personification from the third stanza. Bring out the symbolic significance of the journey of the third ship. What is the significance of the title, The North Ship? You have to answer these questions in about 25 words. The worksheet is also given in the description box. Post your queries, if any, in the comment section. Read the poem again and again for better understanding.